In number 1, we are asked to convert some complex quantities into real numbers. So to do that, we first want to get rid of the i's in the denominator. To do that, we multiply by the complex conjugate. And we do this on top. And here we can just multiply by I. Alright, multiplying everything out, we get 3 plus 4i plus 6i plus 8i squared, all divided by 9 plus 12i minus 12i minus 16i squared. And then for the other term, actually, let me multiply it by 5i to make the denominators work out nicely. So we get 10i minus 5i squared divided by 25i squared. Note that I squared is equal to minus 1, so this will become minus 8. Here we'll reverse the sign, becomes plus. Here we reverse the sign, becomes plus. And here we get rid of this. And we can change, and we have minus 25 here. So then simplifying things out, we get 10i minus 5i, minus 5. Okay, then simplifying everything out, we get here minus 5 plus 10i. Here the 12i's cancel and we have 25 in the denominator. And for this term we have minus 10i plus 5 all divided by 25. So the same denominator, so we can put it all together to get minus 5 plus 10i minus 10i minus 5 divided by 25. 10i's cancel out and we are left with minus 10 over 25, which is just going to be minus 2 over 5. And that is our answer. For part B, we are asked to turn this expression to a real number. So once again, I'm gonna try and cancel things out in the denominator. So first I will just multiply everything out. So in this case, I have 5i divided by 1 times 2 is just gonna be 2 minus I minus 2i, and then plus I squared, all multiplied by 3 minus I. Alright, I know that I squared is just minus 1, so I have minus 1 here. Then grouping like terms together, I have 1 minus 3i multiplied by 3 minus I. And expanding it out, I have 5i divided by 3 minus I minus 9i plus 3i squared. In this case, I know I squared is minus 1, so I can change this to a minus sign. Then 3's cancel out and I'm left with 5i divided by minus 10i. I's cancel out and I'm left with minus 1/2. For part C, I am asked to convert this expression to a real number. So now 1 minus I to the 4th power can be rewritten as 1 minus I the 2nd power, and all of that taken to another power of 2. Now writing this out, I get 1 minus I, 1 minus I. and all of this taken to the second power. Distributing everything out, I get 1 minus I plus I squared, all to the second power. Here I have that I squared is minus 1, so I can rewrite it as minus 1. So 1's cancel out, and I'm left with minus 2I, all to the second power. So distributing the power in, I have square of minus 2 is just going to be 4, and then I have I squared, which turns into minus 4, and that is my answer.